This is my work. The title is The Affirmation of Life. It represents the indomitable spirit of those who have suffered injustices by perpetrators. From the ashes and from the bone, through our faith, we take new life. And that process comes from forgiveness, the spirit of forgiveness, that we are able to forgive ourselves, not to retain grudge, anger, hate, but to free ourselves from these feelings so that we have a chance of getting a new life.
I was born in Beirut, and we left, my family and I left because of the civil war there. So this is dedicated to Beirut. Beirut Blues. Remember the curtains, Mother? How they wrapped their arms around the sofa on windy days? How the blue-tongued ocean below our window licked the painted toes of French tourists in bikinis? Remember tea parties on the balcony? The red dress you sewed for me, right out of the latest issue of Burda magazine? And then the missile's cry, how its whiny trajectory fooled us as it lit up the summer sky during rooftop dinners. They weren't for us, were they? But that day we hid behind the sofa, you and I. They were for us that day. The day we ran down the stairs to the damp and dim below, down where death could not reach and the breath of life was quick at our feet. I remember more, but let's talk instead about the dancing curtains, the wide-mouthed sea, porcelain teacups, and father coming home.
The Empty Place of Eddie. I wrote it for Eddie, a classmate of my son Azad, who was gunned down in a gang dispute in Santa Monica in 1996. The Empty Place of Eddie. Today, the rain washes your blood and wipes it from the pavement. There remains only your sunny smile, your tall baseball bat leaning against the wall, and your backpack full of books waiting for your shoulders. Curse the hand that made the gun. Curse the hand that put it in the shop, and curse the hand that pulled the trigger. I am cold and empty, like the shell of a bullet, because I know that your mother will not pass another school again, and will not sit on bleachers in another baseball game, and will not open her empty oven to heat fragrant tortillas for your dinner. Thank you.
I tried to write a poem that discusses the word war and its significance. This is called Words of War. Listen closely. There are letters, puffs of sound strung together to make a word, war. Body so small, threat as big as stain spreading. Beirut burns holes in war story, cries fraud. Yes, it was much worse. Aftermath is suffocating, drowning, falling, catching fire, losing hope. The city is full of promises spilled over dirt-absorbing words. Listen to metallic click, loud bang, popping ears, missile hiss, and pull back your fear. This city ruined our lives. Collapsed home, dropped debris, sky opened and roared war. We smelled its iron. Listen closely. This word, war, weapon, winning, weight of it, chained us to this city's hate. First, puffs of sound. Then words rolled. A war nobody entered.
This is about suicide bombing in Jerusalem. In the Jewish faith, when a body needs to be whole to be buried, that's the only thing you need to know about this. Jerusalem, August 10th, 2001. Rabbis rush out into blood-splashed streets in white gloves, picking up pieces from the sidewalks and dusty hoods of dented cars. A hand, a toe, a nose. For to rest in peace, one must be buried whole. A child, her tears thinning the blood on her cheeks, stumbles over bodies, calling out to her mother. And when she finds her, she cannot fathom why her mother will not rise, take her hand, and lead her away. A man bleeds from a gap between his legs as he begs for help from a soldier who's really just a boy in uniform. The boy throws down his gun, vomits not just the breakfast his mother made him that morning. Will the rabbis see this and rush over, pick up with their white gloves the tenderness of this boy splashed on the sidewalk and put it back inside him so he can be whole again?